If it fails, it fails. And all you can do is just look back on it and learn. And I'm hoping it doesn't get that way. But we're going to give it one hell of a run. I'll tell you that. Welcome back to Angel Blair Fishing, everybody. So, as most of you guys know, if you did not watch my Titan review video, I'll drop a card there, watch it after this. I kind of put a little teaser out there that we're going to be starting a new adventure, myself personally. And for those of you that don't know, I own a tackle business, tactical fishing company, small business. I do everything myself. And between the content, my personal content, it is a lot on top of working a 9-to-5, having 3 young kids, being dad, running around with sports. And as most of you have seen, my channel has gravitated to more kayak stuff. That's what you guys have showed me you want. That's what the viewers show me they want. And that's what I enjoy doing with this channel. Now, that being said, we are still going to post fishing content. I know a lot of you asked me for it and that you enjoy watching it, so we're going to do it. But decided to start a new brand, a new business centric to the kayak market, and it's called Yak Spec Customs. Where did I get the name? Mil spec, whatever, military, thought it was funny. Yak Spec, right? It's built to spec, built to my standards, right? And what it is a kayak rigging service, consultation service that's also going to feed the channel with content for you guys. I really enjoy rigging kayaks out, right? That's part of the reason I'm a kayak whore of some sorts, right? I've had 10 different kayaks over the past 5 years, simply because I love building them, including this new Titan I just got, right? So why? You already have one small business, why another? Well, from a legality standpoint, I want to ensure I'm protected, my family is protected. So Yak Spec Customs LLC is officially filed to cover us that way, right? I've created social media accounts. There will not be a YouTube channel. The only social media platform I'll be using for this service is Facebook. So if you want to follow it, drop a link below. That being said, what's the plan, dude? Right? All my buddies are like, I think you do great at it. And the plan with this is to rig your kayaks, or for those of you that are not in the South Carolina area, be a resource for you to get the information on how to build your kayaks, right? And I know I can do that for free now. Pump brakes. I'm not charging for that. I want to have a branded asset that is known for its advice, right? Me, on the personal side of content, I stretch it so far. I kind of want its own little funnel for the kayak rigging help, right? So why not, in my downtime on nights I can't make baits, take clients, rig their kayaks out, film the content, right? And also be able to have a resource to help you guys rig. So am I insane? Most likely, yeah. My wife thinks I'm crazy. I have an addiction to trying things, and this is something I want to try in 2026. But here's the deal. It's not going to change this channel at all, right? I'm not going to funnel that content anywhere else. But I think the most special part of this, for me at least, is trying to figure out what I want to do, right? And this is the part that is getting personal. Like, you go through your life. I love my career. I love what I do. I love the baits. I love making content. But what do I want to do? What do I think I can do for the rest of my life? I come from an automotive background, worked on motorcycles, cars, and then I joined the Army and did communications work. I still do satellite communications work. I love it, but I'm not in love with it, right? I'm in love with modifying kayaks and kayak fishing. And because I don't want to turn my personal content to just kayak specific stuff, because I fish in general, right? I think this is a cool adventure to start. So whether you're still watching or not, I'm going to kind of just break down my ideas because I want you guys to help me shape the brand, right? Because this is going to be something to help you guys. So my plan is obviously taking rigging, right? Taking clients, rigging their kayaks up for them, generating some nice edits for them to show off their builds, right? I have the equipment, I have the cameras, I know how to edit. So when your builds are done, I'll throw together some nice reels for you guys, kind of like a media package to go with your kayak. That's first and foremost. But with the consultations, right, I want to be able to be an unbiased resource where you guys reach out and ask how to plan your builds out, right? You guys see my thought process. Every build has to go to something specific, a specific style of fishing, right? Specific fisheries, specific needs for the individual. And I want to be a resource to help you guys. Yeah, that's free, right? You can get a consult with me at any point in time once I start marketing, the contact methods. But where, the service will come is if you do decide to plan a build out through me, you don't have to be here to plan your build. If you live in Missouri or California and you can't get to South Carolina, I will find the cheapest prices on every part for you, right? So when you plan your build, we get on the phone, we talk about your builds and what you want out of your kayak. We'll talk it out. We'll get kind of like your budget and we'll plan out your build. And then I will go find the cheapest parts for you possible. So that way you save the time and research. All you have to do is check the consult email reply, hit the links, and order the parts. And I will find the best prices for you. Because in my mind, you can nickel and dime at a shop, right, and buy their accessories with an upcharge. I want to make sure you guys are getting the builds of your dreams at the price you can afford, right? And I know with me, I do a lot of research on like where to buy your parts cheaper and making deals with brands, right? I've already reached out to a few kayak brands, accessory brands that are going to be willing to work with us to get you guys incentivized pricing, right? But I just wanted to share that. I'm extremely excited. I think, you guys have been following for a little bit. I've been calling my stuff Tupperware. So the Tupperware merch is coming. A lot of things to funnel into it, just as another fun adventure, right? Like if it fails, so what? I have a bait brand, I have the content, I have a job. So I'm more just sharing the excitement of trying to start something new. Now, obviously, there's some legality stuff with it, right? We'll cover that later. That's stuff we don't want to talk about on YouTube. But I want to hear your thoughts on kind of some of the resources you guys would want to be included. I know this isn't really like a content video. This is more like here's what's going on, but this is a channel update. A lot of the videos that we're going to be generating in the future are going to come from the business, right? Like, I think I'm so capped out at what I'm able to do on camera for you guys because it's only relating to my kayaks and my brands. But I think this is an extremely cool avenue to open up our brand perspective, right? Bringing in Old Towns, bringing in Hobies. Again, I've had a Hobie. Bringing in Crescents, bringing in all these other brands, right? To put out video for you guys, install videos, reviews, stuff like that. Build concept ideas. And I think it's just punching the ceiling off the house for the channel in terms of kayak content, because that's really where I want to shift my channel, is just strictly kayak stuff. That's what I enjoy filming. And that's, you come to YouTube to learn. If it fails, it fails. And all you can do is just look back on it and learn. And I'm hoping it doesn't get that way. But we're going to give it one hell of a run. I'll tell you that. Am I going to burn myself out? I don't know. I have no clue. I'd rather get 3 hours less sleep a night than die and not say I tried, right? Like I was about to swear. I don't want to swear. I'm really passionate about this. I think fishing is my calling in some capacity, right? You fall in love with something and then maybe over time you don't love it as much. And I'm not saying I'm getting there with the bait making, but it's definitely not the same as it was when I started, right? Let's just be transparent. It's not as fun anymore. And while it's not my career, I need to figure out what I want my career to be. If I walk away from my job, am I fulfilled with what I'm doing? And that's part of this journey, right? So I appreciate you guys for watching. I know this is like a very sit down, mundane style video, but I promised you guys this year we'd be a little more transparent, show you a little more of the personal side, right? Not just the funny. And this is something that I've been thinking about for a while. I've helped 2 other friends with the idea, one of which started his business. The other one has logos and stuff ready to go, just pending his time. And they will be in other states. And once my buddy in Georgia, if you're watching, you know who you are, gets his up and running, there will be some collaboration in effect for it. If I can't resource you, I'll send you to him and vice versa. So the only other thing with this, I really want to involve my friends in this process. And I think what's special about this is I have a lot of friends in the kayak industry that do phenomenal work to kayaks. And maybe not now, but in the future, this is an avenue I 100% could employ or, pay my friends as well. And this is just spitballing because we're talking, right? The idea I have is friends of mine that I entrust with the quality of work that we want to provide. If you get a client, it's yours. I want no cut. I want nothing. I have a lot of friends in South Carolina that are good kayak riggers. And if you take on a job in the Yakspec name, just let me get some content out of it, some reels, some photos, right? I'll train you how to take the photos I like. You keep the earnings. And yeah, it is a business, so you got to charge like a shop would. But I think the benefit to it with getting a media package is something nobody's doing right now. A lot of people like to show off their builds, but they don't have the artistic eye to do some of the cool edits in the reels and the photos, right? And we have that. So what better to give someone a new built kayak than throw in some awesome media so they can post it to their social media, right? Channel updates, thriving, man. You guys have been killing it. We're almost at 8,000 subscribers, growing on all platforms, and just really blessed to have the opportunity to, to show my family that it's paying off. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and there's a lot of ebbs and flows with generating content, a lot of highs, a lot of lows, and you guys have been making the journey absolutely worth it for me as I try to go as full-time as I can with it. So as always, I appreciate you guys. I want to hear your thoughts about this plan. Am I dumb? Am I crazy? Is this stupid? I don't know, but I want you to tell me. So drop a comment, let me know. Because as a business owner, as a content creator, as a person, as a friend, I value when people give me that input, right? I know people say that, but I truly do. And feel free at any time to reach out to me. I've had a whole bunch of you message me. Just about advice, kayak stuff, fishing, life. And to me, that's like the tip of the hat, right? So, as always, thank you guys. Excited. Gonna see some stuff coming out here soon. Although this is more of a boring video, this is accountability to myself. If I put it online, I'm gonna hold myself to it, right? And for those of you out there that are considering something of this nature, take the jump. It's worth it. I can tell you once over, it's worth it. I can tell you twice over with the content, it's worth it. And I'm hoping I can prove myself right a third time with the Yakspec Customs that it's worth it.